everybody. Wow, the response to last week's video that Sleeping Around, my new podcast, is officially launching. I'm officially telling the world this is a real thing that I'm doing. It's happening. We're making it. You're gonna get it very soon. The response has been so exciting and nerve-wracking. And I'm getting a bunch of questions, so I thought I'd answer as many of them as I can here today. The main thing I want to say before I get into it, other than thank you for everything, always and forever, is that when this video comes out, there are 4 days left to sign up to get your sticker sheet and card in the mail from me for all of my $10 and higher patrons. So if you haven't already checked that out, the link is in the description. Okay, also, hi, my name's Elena Joy, for any of you who don't know me. I make videos on this channel mostly about the queer community, sex, dating, and relationships. But sometimes, but once in my whole lifetime, I'm launching a brand new series. And that's what I'm here to talk about with you today. I went over on my Instagram. If you're not already following me on Instagram, what are you doing? That's where the magic happens. And I asked you what questions you had about this change, and I'm gonna try to go through as many of them as I possibly can between now and in 40 minutes when I have the MVP call, which is another Patreon perk. For the MVP tier, we do like a virtual hangout every month, face to face, mano a mano. Okay, how will you choose the experts coming, or how will you choose your guests? For this first season, I basically started with people that I really would like to talk to, so whether that's people whose books I've read and loved, people whose theories or research or ideas have been personally or professionally interesting to me. I've also reached out to people that I've heard on other podcasts that I like, so other sex and therapy podcasts that I listen to. If there was a guest or an episode that I really liked of that show, I've reached out to that guest to see if they'd want to come chat with me. I'm also thinking of specific like topics or categories, and then going out and actively searching for experts or professionals in that area. And I'm taking suggestions from you, which is great to say like right now. If you have anything you'd really like to see, trauma or asexuality or whatever it is, along with any specific people, if you have any specific guests you'd like me to have on, let me know. I would love to hear what interests you. How long will each podcast episode be? So every episode for everyone, the main episode, is going to be between 45 minutes and an hour. And then with each guest, I've been recording 10 to 15 minutes of extra content, mostly answering audience questions, that's going to be accessible for patrons. Again, in the $10 or higher tiers, but the main public-facing episodes will be between 45 minutes and an hour. Will you still be making YouTube videos? Yes. So, honesty hour? Yeah. Honesty hour. Part of me starting this project is with the long-term goal in mind that it takes over my other content. So the long-term future goal is that eventually I will either not be making content in the way that I'm making it now, and I'll just be doing this show, or the content that I'm making now outside of Sleeping Around is also gonna continue to shift and change along with me as I shift and change. Right now, yes, I will still be making YouTube videos. The YouTube videos that I'll be making will be more of what you're used to seeing here, so commentary on queer media. It will just be less consistent. So I'm not going to be making a video separate from Sleeping Around every single week. That does not mean I'm stopping my YouTube content. This is sort of a transition phase because the second part of all this is that I'm currently in school, right? Like I'm in a master's program studying to be a counselor. And once I come out the other side of that, my life is likely going to look fairly different. I'm stepping into a new career area, and with that I can see my content shifting from lesbian reacts to therapist reacts, you know, whatever the label is. This is still a year down the line before any of this would even start changing. I'm just telling you where I'm at right now with my thinking. I hope that answers the question. Will listeners get to submit questions for non-therapy opinions/discussions? Yes. So I've been asking on my Instagram, Go follow me if you don't already. That's where I've been asking for audience questions, and we've been answering them mostly in the Patreon extended cut sections, but some of the questions are sprinkled throughout the episodes. Where will I be able to listen to it? Anywhere you get your podcasts. And then also the video versions will be here on this YouTube channel. Which episode are you most excited for people to hear? There's so many. Trauma with Jiminica was a really great conversation. Allison Raskin, we talked about marriage, what modern marriage looks like and means. We touched a bit on OCD. I talked to a therapist about men and masculinities, and that conversation was like shockingly revolutionary for me. I talked to Lucy Fielding about the concept of gender pleasure and expression and authenticity, and there's been a lot. Like, I'm very excited for a lot of episodes. Are you more excited or nervous for it to come out? Oh my god, I'm so nervous. Like, I'm gonna puke. We launch here on this YouTube channel on October 1st. I'm gonna do a premiere, so like we can all watch it live together. Not sure on the time yet. Again, follow me on Instagram if you want to have all the most up-to-date information. I think I was more nervous before I started actually reviewing the episodes, and now that I'm reviewing them, I'm feeling more excitement because I'm seeing like what's gonna be coming out. It's a bit of a different energy from the content that I make now. So there's a big piece of me that's like, what if they're like, this is not what I'm here for? Ooh. Can I see your feet? No. How often will we get episodes / what day, if that's clear to you as of right now? So Tuesdays will be new episodes, and we're gonna do seasons. So it's most Tuesdays, pretty much weekly, from October 1st until end of June. There are a bunch of weeks in there, I don't know the dates off the top of my head, but we'll obviously let you know as the recordings are coming out, that we're taking off, mostly around holidays. But for the most part, you're gonna get an episode every week. Best thing you've learned through the new pod so far? So many things, but the thing that has stood out, maybe because you hear the word boundaries around so much right now, the thing that I still think about consistently is the concept that setting a boundary is not to control somebody else's action. So for example, telling a family member, a friend, or somebody to stop showing up at your house unannounced, that's not a boundary, that's a request. When you set a boundary, you are setting what your response to somebody's action is going to be. You can directly request, hey, stop showing up in my house unannounced, but the boundary is saying, if you continue this behavior, the next time that you show up unannounced, I'm not going to answer the door. Setting a boundary is saying how you are going to respond to a behavior or situation outside of yourself. Really trying to like let that sink in has been kind of wild and empowering. Is it just based on queer people relationships? No. I do have episodes obviously talking about various aspects of queerness, and it's a through line which includes my experience and kind of the lens that I'm coming at these conversations from, but the topics aren't explicitly queer. It's sex, dating, and relationships across the board. This is a good question. Hi, sweetheart, wanna come up here? Will you do any solo Q&A episodes? Probably in the middle of the season somewhere, I'll do a Q&A. Yes. And then what I'll end on is just a lot of people saying that they're excited. Me too. I've been thinking about this, talking about this, working on this for 2-3 years now. And to think that we're doing it, we're in it, it's happening, it's coming out, is really surreal. This just feels right in a lot of ways. And so Bugs thinks so too. If you haven't already checked out the Patreon, it's linked in the description. You can get your sticker sheet, you can get your card in the mail. There's a whole collection of Patreon exclusive pins. A pin of your choice comes included if you sign up at the $20 or higher tier, along with all sorts of other benefits, including every single extended cut version of the episodes. But that's it. Thank you for being here. Thanks for sticking around on this wild ride of, I don't even know how many years I've been doing this, making content online. 12? 13, 14? I appreciate you, and I hope you like sleeping around when it comes out so soon. Oh my god.